Hi guys, how are you today? Today is Thursday, and today we will do our dictado in English. We are learning about another type of animal. Its name is reptile. And the interesting thing is in Spanish, you say reptil, and then reptiles, reptiles, you spell it exactly the same way in both languages. You just pronounce it differently. But that's a cognate. Okay, so there are some different types of reptiles. And I wonder if you know most of these. Turtle and tortoise. So a turtle is una tortuga que se mete en el agua de vez en cuando. A tortoise is a land turtle that stays on the land. Okay, we also have a crocodile. I know you're familiar with that. Snake, lizard, chameleon. Maybe these last two are not as familiar. This one up here, this animal, is called a skink. Kind of looks like a lizard, type of lizard. And then this is a gecko. Okay, so what makes a reptile special? So a reptile does not have skin. It has scales. Just like we talked about with fish. Fish have scales, escamas. So that's the type of covering a reptile has, not just skin. Almost all reptiles lay eggs. So the female reptile will lay many eggs at one time. Reptiles are cold-blooded, just like amphibios, just like fish. So they can't get warm by themselves. They have to lay out in the sun to warm up. And then at night, when it's cold, their body kind of keeps that warmth from the sun and they make it through the night, but then the next day they have to lay outside in the sun again. Okay, so these are your types of reptiles. Let's take a look at the paragraph. Reptiles are a type of animal. They don't have skin, they have scales. Most reptiles lay eggs. They are cold-blooded, so they lay in the sun to get warm. All right, so you know that we, people, we are mamíferos, right? Mammals, and we are warm-blooded, and so we don't have to lay out in the sun to get warm. Our body just knows how to keep the temperature always the same. So that's how we are very different from reptiles. Okay, so are you guys ready to give this a try? Yeah? Okay, pencils up. We'll go with our first sentence. Reptiles are a type of animal. Reptiles, and remember you spell it the same way in Spanish, reptiles. Reptiles are a type of animal. Reptiles are a type of animal. Okay, so let's look at that first sentence. And something interesting about that first sentence, there are a lot of cognates. If you look right here, reptiles, right? I'm going to underline that because that's a cognate, reptiles. And then the word type, tipo de animal, and the word animal, animal. Whoops. So all of those words are very similar in Spanish. So when you're just starting to write in English, you have to use those cognates to help you. Those are very helpful. Okay. Are you ready for the next sentence? They don't have skin, they have scales. They don't have skin. They don't have skin. They don't have skin. They have scales. They have scales. They don't have skin. They have scales. So here's our second sentence. They don't have skin. They have scales. Capital T, period. The word don't has the apostrophe right there because it is two words put together. Do and not. Do not. But in English, we put them together with an apostrophe and we say don't. And then this comma, do you remember what that means? So it's the comma is separating these two ideas, right? And we pause and then we continue reading. Okay, next sentence. Most reptiles lay eggs. Most reptiles lay eggs. Most reptiles lay eggs. Okay, that's a shorter sentence. All right, and in this sentence, most reptiles lay eggs. So the word lay, right? Pone or poner. La hembra pone huevos. Most reptiles lay eggs. And then the word eggs has two G's. So in English, there are a lot of words with double letters. In Spanish, we don't have so many, right? We might have, well, we have doble R and we have doble L, la L, but and a veces doble C, like conexiones. Oh, perdón, no es conexiones. This is going to have to think of a word. But there's not very many words in Spanish that have a double double letters. So it's something you have to get used to in English and think about it a little bit more. Oh, I thought of some words. Like the word lecciones or acciones has a double C in Spanish. But you can see in English when you're reading, there's a lot more words that have double letters. Okay, the last sentence is very long, so we'll break that up, okay? They are cold-blooded, so they lay in the sun to get warm. Let's do the first part. They are cold-blooded. They are cold-blooded. They are cold-blooded. Okay, next part. So they lay in the sun. So they lay in the sun. So they lay in the sun. Last part. To get warm. To get warm. To get warm. Okay, the whole sentence. They are cold-blooded, so they lay in the sun to get warm. Okay, last sentence here. Okay, they are cold-blooded. You see how there's that double O? So they lay in the sun to get warm. The A and the R together say, in this word, right? Say or, warm. All right, read the whole paragraph with me, please. Reptiles are a type of animal. They don't have skin, they have scales. Most reptiles lay eggs. They are cold-blooded, so they lay in the sun to get warm. Okay, so that's our fourth type of animal, reptiles. All right, tomorrow is Friday, and it will be our last type of animal to learn about. See you tomorrow.